Hi everybody, it's Benita here with your May forecast, and I'm going to do some mini readings as well. I've got this particular deck that I'm working with right now, Colette Baron Reid's Wisdom of the Oracle, and that's what I've used for the May forecast. And the cards that I pulled show that this is a month for simplifying things externally in order to do the things you need to do internally. First card we get is Deep Knowing, using your intuition. And basically it's saying if you're willing to trust your intuition and take risks, this can be a very prosperous month for you. It's also a time to bring that intuition into everything you do. All the ways that you need to be aware of how you're interacting in the world, not just externally, but what are your triggers? Why do you react the way you do to certain things? So starting to look more at that. We think that the world is happening to us, when in reality, the world is a reflection of what's going on inside of us. So if you want the external world to change, you've got to do the internal work. You've got to start really looking at, if this is coming at me, how is this a reflection of what's going on inside of me? So that's what you want to start doing, is looking at whatever is coming to me. It's the universe holding up a mirror to what's happening on the inside. So we can either try and control everything going on around us, or we can say, if this is happening externally, what is it pointing inward to the things I need to pay attention to inside myself? So this month is really a time of honing the intuition and starting to really realize you live in an illusion. Everything around us is just generated from our own consciousness. So instead of trying to control the things around us that aren't working for us, instead we can say, what needs to shift internally and what is this pointing at for me? And the next card we get is Chop Wood. So think of this as the spring cleaning. You're going outside, you're cleaning up the flower beds, you're getting everything ready for everything to start to bloom, to grow into this new season. That's what you want to be looking at. Keep things small, keep them simple. Don't feel like you have to do anything grandiose this month. Don't be so focused on the external, it takes you away from this deep internal work that we're being called to do this month. So little steps. Right now, I am creating my own Oracle deck to go with my Soul Decision Leadership course. And I'm just taking my time. It's going to be a digital deck. It's going to be available on Deckable once it's done. And so I'm just taking my time, creating the text, creating the imagery that I want to use to evoke the feelings that come with each card. Evoke things so that when you look at an image, it causes you to go inward and go, what's that bringing up for me that I'm now ready to start working on? So, you don't have to do everything at once. Just what's in front of me? What's this little step I can take right now? But keep coming back to what's going on inside of you. Don't get so caught up in busy work on the outside that you're neglecting the inner work. Always be aware of when you're avoiding doing that tuning in. And the last card we get in this spread is the Y card, except it was reversed. So it's saying, and this is shadow work, this is the point to start going into, when I think I'm doing something for this reason, if I'm really honest with myself, is that the reason? Or is there something more going on? Is there something under the surface that I haven't wanted to admit is where I'm actually coming from? What's the ulterior motive? What's the shadow stuff that I don't want to think is there? We want to think of ourselves as nice people, as, well-meaning. But when we're really doing the deep digging, and oh, hi, Carly. My friend Carly is here as well as Karen. I really appreciate you guys showing up. Thank you. So what I'm doing is my reading for the month, talking about how this month is about, and Andy's here too, yay. I just got it cut yesterday, so this blowout isn't how I normally look. Usually my natural kink is here, so A little extra glamorous today. So what I was saying for this month is, and by the way, if you guys stick around, I'll do mini readings today too. So stick around and I'll pull a card for you. So when you're looking at this month, it's the deep knowing. You're going to go deeply into your intuition. You're going to keep things simple externally. Don't get bogged down in a lot of details. Oh, thank you, Andy. Trying to do too much, and start to question your motives. Be willing to look at the dark side of yourself, because that's where the treasure lies. That's where the power lies. A lot of times you go, well, I don't want to think that I'm that person. But when those aspects of you are brought to consciousness, then they become awakened and they become positive, powerful, constructive parts of yourself. So this month, simple steps to get things done, but keep going inward, keep digging. This is a month, and when you think about it, this makes a lot of sense seasonally too. This is the month where we're planting things so that they start to bloom, so that as the months go by, things come to fruition. This is the month where you're digging down into your psyche. Find out what treasure is waiting for you there so you can nurture it to come to the surface and bloom over time. So that's a quick encapsulation of the forecast for May. And I have my trusty deck with me, my Osho Zen Tarot. If you would like me to pull a card for you, then please indicate it in the comments. I respect privacy, so I'm not just going to pull a card because you showed up in case you don't want the whole world to know your business. And, by the same token, if you guys are looking for private sessions, I have office hours. I have hours by Zoom. So I have certain office hours available. If you go to my website at spiritkelowna.com, you can, I've got all these people dinging me right now. I'm suddenly really popular. So if you go to spiritkelowna.com, the hours that are bookable through there are the ones for my office hours, and you can choose Zoom or office hours. But 7 days and evenings a week, folks, I'm available by Zoom and phone. Just call me, text me, and we'll make it happen. Okay, so let's see. Who's the first person? Teresa has asked for a card first. I'm going to go down as you guys go. So let me see what I get for you, Teresa. Oh, card just flew out of the pack. Okay, clinging to the past. So Teresa, when you're thinking about moving forward, think of it this way. If you are attached to something from the past, your energy and your thoughts are going there, and that is energy you can't carry forward to make new things happen in your life. So it's really important to energetically let go of the past. Don't beat yourself up for choices from the past. Don't focus on what other people did. Just instead shift to gratitude. I'm so grateful that happened because I learned this, and now I'm going to apply that realization going forward. That is going to free up your energy for the forward momentum that you need right now. It'll get you out of the stuckness. So that's what I get for Teresa. That flew out of the deck. Okay, Carly, I would love to pull a card for you. Let's see if we can. Ooh, Carly, you get the morality card. Now, I know this looks kind of dark and kind of heavy, but what it's really saying is how hard you are on yourself. You don't give yourself enough credit. You're a very hardworking person, but it's like you don't let in the praise. It's like you don't really trust it. Let me put it to you this way. When you accept the degree to which you are a positive influence in the world, it's not about making you big-headed. It's that you can finally get on with contributing even more because you go, okay, yes, this is my role. This is what I do. And now I can do it even more so. When we fight the adulation, and I think a lot of us are guilty for that. A lot of us play it small. We're not acknowledging the place we've created for ourselves that actually helps other people. So when you're doing well, not only do you have the energy and the resources to help other people, but you can show them this is what is possible for you too. So think of it more like we need way showers. We need somebody to walk ahead and shine a light on the path and say, hey, look, I found this path. Let's go together. So I hope that helps you move out of any self-deprecation so that you really step into the power of who you are. And let's see, who's next? And yes, please, yes, please. I love the enthusiasm. And I believe you just had an anniversary. Congratulations. Okay. I think I just tuned in on the right time today. Everybody's here that really wants to be here and tune in. So this is always fun. Andy, for you, we get the miser card. So this feels like if you've got a big project coming up, a move, renovation, anything like that, it's saying, mind your money. You may have expenses bigger than you thought. Some of that can be inflation based. It's just saying right now, try not to put out more resources than you need to. Okay, just be really mindful of that. Prepare for the unexpected. And hi, Tanya. Mimi, please and thank you. You're welcome, Tanya. Okay, I'll pull one for you too. I'm so tickled so many of you are here today. This is lovely. Tanya, we have the possibilities card. Now, what this feels like for me is you looking at your long-range plans. Like, I want to eventually not be working where I'm working. I want to be doing my own thing. That could be doing your own kind of work. It could be traveling. But it's very much a feeling of you starting to look at your priorities and how do you want to prioritize differently. Some of it might not be doable right now, but it would bode well for you to start planning for that. What things need to be in place? What am I maybe spending money on that could be going into saving for that? So start to think about your values, your interests, your goals, and start to really put aside resources to get there. It might seem like a long way off, but trust me, at my age, you find out it's not that far away. Life goes really fast, faster than you think it will. So that's what I'm getting for you. Hi, Todd. Okay, pulling a card for Todd. Todd, we have the past lives card. So with this card and the little purple diamond means it's major arcana. It's not just everyday stuff. It's big deal stuff. This can be, it's usually people from our past. Now that can also be people from our childhood who've raised us. So this can be dealing with parental issues, dealing with other family issues. There may be caretaking involved, setting up things to maintain things for people. It might be an old friend who's come back into the picture. But it's basically you interacting with somebody in such a way that you might be helping, but what might be helping you is it's triggering any unfinished business for you so that you can process that and clear up any old karma. So that's what I get for you with that. And when you see this constriction here, it's like as you do this work, it is you're going back and you're working through that. It's going to open up that. It's going to open up energy for, more abundance. Whatever has been stuck can flow once you have faced those patterns. Okay. And Christine, all right. Aw, Carly says, oh my God, that was unreal. Yay. Okay, Christine, let's see what we get for you. So Christine, we have the guidance card. Now, the feeling I get with this is you doing work similarly to what I do. So, expanding on what you're already doing, but going more and more into this and being more visible with it. So not being afraid to say, this is what I do. It's like when I first moved here from Kingston, Ontario, 11 years ago now, I called myself an intuitive counselor. I didn't want to use the word psychic because I thought people will think that's really woo-woo. And then one day it just occurred to me, I'm a psychic. I'm going to call myself that. And it's funny, once you have the confidence to say, this is what I do, people respond to that confidence. So I was at, one of those referral groups, which Kelowna is well known for, and I'm sitting at a table with, bankers, mortgage brokers, real estate agents, that kind of thing. And everybody's introducing themselves. And I stood up and I said, my name is Benita. I'm a psychic life and business coach. I can do for you in an hour what would take months or years of conventional counseling or coaching. And when I sat down, the woman next to me said, as soon as you said psychic, I was ready to roll my eyes. But you spoke about it with such confidence. I thought, There's got to be something to that. So a lot of it is however you are looking at stepping into your light and your spotlight right now. When you're confident about it, people will respond to that confidence. So, and this is true for everybody, when you let go of worrying about what other people think and you're just aligned with your path, guess what happens? The people who've needed you all along can find you because you're finally showing up as you. So that's what I get for you, Christine. So don't hide your light under a bushel. All right, let's scroll down. Andy says, thank you. I get very excited to find you live. Oh, thank you. I've been working so much that it's funny. I called up a friend today and she said, I haven't seen you on social media. You've been working a lot. I said, yeah. And so I really, it's so important for me to make time to connect with you guys and see you. So I try to get on at least once a month. And let me just see here. I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Andy says, no fluke. We find ourselves here. Every one of these readings resonated for me. Awesome. And, for anybody who's looking at the replay, if you hear a message and you go, oh my God, that's for me, trust that. There's a reason you tuned in. There's a reason you heard that message. And Sandra says, I'd love a card, please, and thank you. You got it. Sandra, okay, you get the Schizophrenia card. So I'll explain what we're seeing here. If you look really closely, you see a person who's kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. So the message here is you have a decision to make. And either way you go, somebody might be unhappy about it. You got to do what's right for you here and realize not only can you not make everything comfortable for everybody else, you shouldn't try. I run a course called Soul Decision Leadership. I'll put the link on when I publish this, SOUL. It's my online course. I've now made it more accessible to people. You can buy it module by module. It's all about coming back to your original consciousness and no longer being operating from your old patterns, okay? So our old patterns say, I have to keep everything copacetic. I have to keep everybody happy. But think about it. That's kind of like doing a beer run for an alcoholic. You're making sure people are happy. You're really helping them stay asleep. So when you're listening to your intuition and you're walking your path, sometimes it's going to shake up the people around you. When you do something that's not like what you normally do, they might even go, that's not like you, and they want to put you back in the box you were in. But if you walk your path regardless, it might shake them up, but it also gives them an opportunity to grow. They may not take the opportunity. They may not thank you for it, but at least you're not helping them stay asleep. So here, listen to yourself, take the leap you need to take, trust your path, and you're going to grow as a result of that too, because it's time to stop playing it so safe. All right, Laurel. Yes, I'm happy to pull a card for you as well. So anybody that's watching, if you haven't had me pull a card and you would like me to, please put in the comments that you want me to pull a card. I don't just pull it because I see you here. You got to ask. So I'm not violating privacy. Okay. And if anybody's got some burning questions and doesn't want to do it in a public forum, absolutely, go on to spiritkelowna.com, book your session with me. My phone number's there as well if you just want to call or text. I'm available 7 days and evenings a week. Okay. All right. Laurel. Okay, Laurel, we have the Outsider card. So with this card, I want you to take a good close look at it. You see a little kid looking through the gate going, oh, it looks so nice over there. I really wish I could go there, but the gate's not locked. That's the illusion. Nobody is really shutting you out but you. In fact, a lot of times when we feel judged by people, they're really reflecting how we judge ourselves. Because if we've come to love and accept ourselves, if somebody else reacts to us in a negative way, we're much more likely to have compassion and see that as something's troubling them than, oh, they don't like me. We don't wear other people's stuff. We can have compassion for them. We can empathize, or if we need to, we can draw a line and set a boundary. But we don't crumble because, oh, that person doesn't like me. That person doesn't approve of me. And that's, again, hearkening back to what the month's forecast is about. Doing that inner work is also doing the inner child work. If you're feeling insecure about something, what part of you is insecure? How old is that part? What does that part need from you for it to feel loved and secure? When you can give your inner children what they need, you become less dependent on that approval from other people. So this is saying, step into what you want to do. Don't worry about first feeling accepted or belonging. Just, confidence is contagious. If somebody's struggling with a choice you're making, you can say, hey, I see you're struggling with this. Is there something I can help you work through? Or do you want to talk to me about what's bothering you? That is different from wearing it and seeing it as something you need to fix. You're just holding space for them to face their own stuff. And sometimes it just feels more appropriate just to step away. But don't make your life smaller because you're worried about what other people think. All right, so everybody that's on has asked me for a card or not. So if you do want me to pull a card for you, I'm going to stay on as long as people are asking, up to a certain point, because I do have clients this afternoon. But if you do want me to pull a card for you, then please indicate it in the comments, and then I will know to do so. And while I'm waiting, oh, Christy showed up. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to pull one for you, Christy. Two jumped out, so let's see if we can get one. All right. Slowing down. Okay. You're welcome, Laurel. And you're welcome, Sandra. So, Christy, what I would say about this is if you're feeling fatigued, pay attention to that and stop pushing yourself forward. Also, if you're at all concerned there's a health issue, go get it checked out. This is really a time for you around self-care. It could be physical, it could be emotional, but it's saying slow down. Take care of you right now. And that might mean saying no to something you've been invited to or you've committed to because the energy isn't there. So it's very important right now that you take time for yourself. What it can also be is if you've been charging forward on something and the doors aren't opening, slow down, take a step back and check in. Is that really the direction I need to go, or am I pushing myself, or am I shoulding myself that I should be able to do this? I should be able to accomplish this. Check in by pausing on your path and checking in with yourself. What do I really need right now? What do I really need to do or not do? You get some clarity and the energy to then take the next step when the opening appears. You're not supposed to be pushing for openings right now. Okay? All right. You're welcome, Laurel. Anybody else have any questions? Like, does anybody want me to pull a card for them? And while I'm waiting for people to type, I'm going to, you're welcome, Christy. I'm going to mention as well, I'm having a lot of fun right now creating my own Oracle deck. It's going to be a digital deck, and it's going to be available through Deckable. So that's getting launched, and I'm taking my time because I'm really working on creating imagery that's very emotionally evocative. There's going to be text to go with each card, and the material in the cards is related to the material in my online course. It's a channeled course that I've developed. But you can buy the deck standalone once it's ready. So I'm having a lot of fun just putting these things together, putting them out there. Oh, I agree, Andy. Shoulding is the worst, and it always takes us off our path. And this is why I created Soul Decision Leadership. The whole idea is that we come into this world and we are tattooed at birth by the beliefs of our tribe about who we can and can't be, what we can and can't have or do. And at first, when we're little, we suppress the parts of ourselves that don't fit into what we're told. And after a while, we so buy into that little conglomeration of ideas that are, projected on us by well-meaning parents, teachers, society, that we forget about all the other parts of ourselves. So we go into the world and we're basically a facsimile of our true selves, burying so much of who we really are that we hit that point where we're going, I jumped through all the hoops I was told to. Why am I unhappy? Why do I feel disconnected and lost? So my program is channeled material. Every module gives you 5 lessons with a channeled video And each lesson gives you exercises. And the whole idea is not just watch and read, but do the lessons, do the exercises, so that you're really incorporating through action everything you learn in each module. And if you do a module a week, it's a 3-month program. And I've set it up so you can buy a module at a time. And there's also a weekly Zoom that you can register for. So if I see people are registered, I'll show up on that Friday morning at 9, and you'll be able to ask any questions you want or share any experiences you're having. That's included with it. And each module is only $167. So if you think that, spending an hour with me is $150 plus tax, $167 plus tax, and you're getting 5 lessons and a channeled video and all these exercises to do, there's a lot. I've had people who've taken the course go, wow, I'm still chewing on stuff I learned in the second module. I'm still working with that because there's so much going on. So I'm excited about all these offerings. I'm excited to get the Oracle deck done and get it out to you guys. In the meantime, I love working with you one-on-one. I offer hour-long sessions, half hour, 15 minutes, if you just need a quick little tune-in. And I have my packages, and that's become very popular, my discounted packages, because a lot of people find when they start working with me, they're going so deep, they're shifting so much, they want to keep investing. And so I make it, basically I reward you for investing in yourself by giving you deep discounts on those packages. So you save $100 for 5 hours, $300 for 10 hours. And that time is not limited. I've had people come back after 3 years using stuff from their packages. You bought it, you got it. There's no limit as to when and how you use it. Some people rip through them within a matter of a month or two. Other people will spend years working through a package. Everything I do is based on helping you learn to hear and trust yourself. Never any pressure, just what do you need? Let's make sure you get what you need. So I don't think anybody else is tuning in to ask for a card. So to all of you who are tuning in on the replay, I'm sorry you missed out. I know I just kind of spontaneously jumped in today and didn't give an announcement ahead of time. Sometimes I just got to jump in when I have the opportunity. But definitely if you're interested in a reading, I am going to put my contact information in as well. Look for it in the description. And you can call me 250-863-5505 or text and let me know you want to work with me, and we will find a time and a way to make it work. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Have an amazing, gorgeously sunny day. And if it's not sunny where you are, I'm sending some sun your way. Take care, everybody, and I will see you again. Bye for now.